let's go ahead and add some more hand types and we'll test this a little more. So let's go ahead and check for quads. So up here, else if is quads, $ranks, return quads. Else if is boat ranks, return boats. Else if is flush, which we already have, return flush. Else if straight, return straight. And then here we also want to support straight flush, which is else if flush and straight, then it's a straight flush but not a royal flush. Okay. So let's go ahead and implement is quads and is boat. And they're actually pretty easy. So basically, is quads is just going to return in array 4 in ranks. So if any rank has 4 cards, then you have 4 of a kind. And then we'll also do is trips return in array 3 in ranks, so 3 of a kind. And then is pair ranks in array 2 ranks. So now we can implement is boat ranks, which is just is trips ranks and is pair ranks. So a full house is 3 of a kind of one card and a pair of another card. So I think I have everything implemented for this part. I have some more hands to do, but let's go ahead and test what we get. So royal flush, and then let's change this to a 3 again. So that's just a regular flush. And then let's change it to an ace and make this be a diamond. So that's a regular straight. Now let's try just a regular straight flush. Ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5 of clubs. So that should be a low straight flush. So low straight flush. And let's make this a 6 of clubs, and it should still be a straight flush. Good. And let's try king, queen, jack, 10, 9. Make sure the endpoints work. Good. So let's try 4 of a kind. So that should be 4 kings, 4 of a kind. Great. So let's finish up these types. So flush, straight, and then the next one is trips. And then next one is two pair. And I'm going to have to implement that. And then is pair jacks, or better. And finally, low pair. Okay, so those are all the different possible hands. We need to implement, we should already have is trips, we need is two pair, and is pair of jacks. So we already have is pair. So let's start with is pair jacks. And that's going to be if we have a pair of jacks. So ranks of 10 equal 2, or we have a pair of queens, or kings, or aces. So that's a pair of jacks. And then finally we need to know if we have two pair. And I'm going to use array keys to do this. So array keys is going to take ranks and a value that I'm looking for, which is 2. And this is going to return an array of all of the ranks, the keys, where the value is 2. So if I have a pair of 3s and a pair of 5s, ranks is going to be the array 2 and 4. And so if I do a count of this, this is going to tell me how many different ranks have pairs in them. So count of that. And if that thing is equal to 2, that means that 2 ranks have a pair, and that's going to be my final answer. So this is going to return true if there are 2 ranks that are both pairs, and is going to return false otherwise. So that should be everything, I think. Let's go ahead and reload. And I'm actually going to go ahead and test this the real way. So reload. So I'm going to go back here, reload 3, 4, 5, no 5. So let's go ahead, just get rid of that 3 and draw. So 2 pair, 4s and 6s. And you notice I have to keep hitting reload here, which is not really what you want. No pair. So to make this testing a little easier, I'm going to go to the Lab5 walkthrough page. Actually, no, it's the Lab5 lecture page, lecture videos page. And here is the code to break the cache. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my main page. So when you use header, it always has to be the first thing before anything else gets written to the page. So I'm putting it at the very top. And now when I hit back, I should get a new hand automatically. So let's go ahead and reload. and then I'll keep the king and the jack. One pair, jacks or better, pair of queens. And now I get a new hand. So I can either keep the flush, 4 to a flush, or I can keep the pair of jacks. There's actually a table you can find online that will tell you the best play. And so I have to fix this now. So when you hit back, it doesn't actually do the right thing because the form settings, keep or draw, are actually sticky when you change them in JavaScript. So what we want to do is in our initialization method here, when we make them clickable, we also want to reset all of those form values to be keep. So for var I is 0, I less than echo hand cards I plus plus, set draw I to keep. And that has to be in quotes. And that should fix the card reset. So let's go ahead and reload, and we'll see if that works. So I'll try 4 to a flush, and we'll try keeping the queen, and we'll try keeping the pair of jacks. And this all seems to be working so far. One pair, jacks or better. So I have aces. Okay, so in the next video, we'll go ahead and add the payoff information, and also fix this minor display glitch. The way when you go back, it shows the draw button and then it shows the cards. It's not terrible, but I'm going to go ahead and fix that anyhow.